YouTube, Electric Adventures here with a pickup. I haven't had a pickup for a little while. This is a local pickup of a piece of hardware, a console from a Facebook group. And it's none other than a Dick Smith Wizzard, or Creativision as it was known in a couple of other places around the world. Manufactured in Hong Kong, sold in Australia in reasonable numbers by Dick Smith, and sold in other areas. It has the optional tape player and the optional rubber keyboard. If you didn't have that and you had the basic cartridge, you basically had the two controllers in there and you use this horrible touchpad. You can leave the the keyboard in and you can plug the controllers in here. So just plug them in the right way. Oops. There we go, so you don't have to take the keyboard out all the time. And the pads had overlays, and it actually comes with an overlay, one of the ones for tennis. I don't believe, I think I've only got a couple of overlays in my Creativision collection. Comes with Sonic Invader, which is a really good Space Invaders title, Tank Attack, a basically 1 or 2 player tank game, and most importantly the basic cartridge so you can use it like a computer. And also hidden in the tape player, which I didn't know about, is this demo tape. Also along for the ride we have a couple of completely non-compatible Atari paddles, but the pots feel in reasonable condition, so definitely an added bonus to the bundle. And it does, most important, have its power supply. As you can see, it's an AC power supply, so it outputs 9 volt AC and 16 volt AC. The 16 volt AC is only at 250 milliamps and the 9 volt main power is 9 amps. Now the person didn't test it, didn't know how to test it. They apparently plugged it in and tried playing the tape. But I seriously doubt they tried plugging a cartridge in. The machine will do nothing if it doesn't have a cartridge. It has no BIOS or ROM built into the machine at all. It is totally dependent on the cartridges. Now, it is an interesting system because it has the same graphics chip as the MSX and Spectravideo and Coleco and the SG-1000 in the TMS 9918 graphics chip. But unlike all the others of that ilk, it has a 6502 variant CPU. So it makes it a little bit of a curiosity. And it has its own little distinct games, which are all like, Sonic Invader is a Space Invaders-like. And there's a Defender-like, and there's a Donkey Kong-like, which is called Police Jump, which is quite good. And it has a decent little selection of games. The controllers are, to be gotten used to. They're very stiff. The buttons are these tiny buttons on the side here. And there aren't many titles for it. Only about a dozen in total. But it's a lovely, quirky little system. And I grabbed it because it does have the power supply and the case is reasonably clean. My one, I do have a couple of other Creativisions here at the moment, but they're not mine, has a great big giant crack in the case. So across here, I have fused it. But obviously aesthetics and things like that, I thought at the very least I might be able to do a case swap. I might be able to use the power supply because my power supply has stopped working. And it has the tape deck, which is really nice. It actually, the end cap comes off, the tape deck goes in there. That's how you expand the system. So I have just basically brought this home. You can see it's really dirty and everything like that. I'm going to clean it up. Have a look at the power supply. I'll put it in and see what voltages we're getting out of it unloaded, to see if it works. The plug, if we have a look at that, you can see it's come undone here. So I've got no idea whether these are all connected. And I'll check the pin out and everything like that so we don't short anything out. You've basically got 2 lots of AC voltages and a common ground in the middle, I believe, but I will check that before I do anything. So hopefully back in a little bit with the system hooked up and we see whether we get a signal. But as I said, in the meantime I will check the power supply first.
Dick Smith. electronic wizard in the electronic land of Oz.
We are the Dick Smith Wiz Kids, and we watch the wizard because...
Why?
Look, speak and spell. TV games, wow.
CD radios, walkie stereo, electronic funway.
And kids, unreal handheld games. Computers.
Walkie-talkies, experimenters books.
The Dick Smith Wizzard.
And because I import direct, I'm normally lots cheaper, so you'd be crazy to go anywhere else. And kids, remember, even if your mums and dads don't understand electronics, you can bring them with you! You mean I can be a Dick Smith Wiz Kid too?
Dick Smith, the electronic wizard in the electronic land of Oz.
And there's a store near you.
Dick Smith.
Right, so I checked the power supply. There's definitely voltages coming out of there. Plugged the console in. I already had a RF set up. This is why I'm pointing camera at the screen too. My new capture card doesn't work with RF sources. I will look at doing a composite mod on this. It does actually have quite a good RF picture, as you can see. So the game, I just popped the tank game in. Let's see if we can. You have to. All the games start in demo mode. So I'm not getting any response from the gamepad. Alright, I'll just change some things around and I'll be back in a minute. Right, here's Sonic Invaders. It looks like none of the joysticks or the keyboard are working, so it might be an issue with the joystick pods. The rest of the machine works. Obviously that power supply cable is a little finicky, you've got to be very careful with it. But otherwise the system works. So what I might do is I might get out one of my other systems and just see if they work with this power supply. Okay, to start again, you've got to reset the console. And that puts it in game select mode. You can press the upper left of the controller here to select the game, and then this one down here to start the game. So the controller's working. Well, as far as the buttons are concerned, now it says the directions. We can move left and right. I'm going to fire. So it's a pretty decent, simple but decent Space Invaders game. Back in the day, this sort of thing was absolutely fantastic to see. Really colourful graphics, big characters. So the games are not too bad. The only thing they suffer from a little bit is they don't seem to have much of an increasing difficulty curve, so it sort of stays at this level of difficulty that we've selected. Some of the other game options gives you a bit more of a challenge, but it doesn't necessarily get much faster than this. But it was a pretty cool little console for the time. Alright, we'll just have a quick go of the Tank Attack. Really is a two-player game, but we'll see how we go. Right, so once again, starts in demo mode. Okay, reset. Now we've got our game modes. Now, this is a two-player game, so I'm controlling the black tank. And the idea, you have to maneuver to where your opponent is, shoot them, and you get a point. And if I was to select the other one, there we go, we know this controller works as well. So I'm pretty pleased with that. It's turned out quite well. Obviously that rubber keyboard needs a bit of a clean, but yeah, in general it's ended up being a pretty good system and a pretty good pickup. All right, I will do more cleaning up and come back with a follow-up video later. Right, so now that I've determined the controller's working, I've actually got the back in the original one, and it does indeed work. It was just a bit dirty, so I haven't got the rubber keyboard in. I've got the controllers in the keyboard. I just guessed the command of C load, and the rewind of the tape worked. Now I'm going to press play, and we'll see whether anything happens on this demo tape. It could have been sitting in that tape player for a long time. We're actually getting some sound from the tape, I think. So it's actually got some demo stuff on there.
Hello, I'm your Wizzard computer, and I'd like to show you a demonstration of all of the things we'll be able to do together. For example, we can generate up to 16 different colours on the screen, all at the same time. Just have a look.
Oh wow, so it's actually playing a demo while we're loading in the program. I am very impressed. And it stopped the tape player. So run. Return. This is very cool. I've never seen this before. So it's showing us the 16 different colours, which of course is due to the TMS chip. And for RF it actually is generating quite a decent signal. And had that C run command at the end of the program there, so it's like this. But isn't this cool that it's actually can have audio, perhaps on the second track of the tape, while you're loading, and it's passing it through.
Not only that, but we can change background colours and character colours to whatever you want them to be. Just choose a colour and see for yourself.
Oh, we didn't quite make it. Before I stress it too much further, I will clean the tape deck and have another go at this later, but that is working way better than expected, and very, very impressed.
Hello, I'm your Wizzard computer, and I'd like to show you a demonstration of all of the things we'll be able to do together. For example, we can generate up to 16 different colours on the screen, all at the same time. Just have a look.
Not only that, but we can change background colours and character colours to whatever you want them to be. Just choose a colour and see for yourself. I can show you how you can manage all sorts of data, like home expenditures and personal incomes, or anything you want. Just enter some numbers between 1 and 10. You can enter up to 12 of them, and I'll show you the kind of bar chart we can generate. And we'll be able to do complicated math calculations instantly. Type in the numbers and give it a try. And here's something you'll really like, graphics. You'll be able to draw figures and patterns easily, in nearly any shape you want, and with the colour generation we've just seen, you'll be able to make the drawings any colour, and change the background to any colour you want. Not only that, but you'll be able to move the drawings around the screen from one place to another, or just have them disappear and pop up somewhere else. And if you want, we can even draw geometrical figures and rotate them through 360 degrees. So you can create your own computer animation and draw the most complex rotating structures, because your imagination is really the only limit. It's something that you could just never hope to do with an ordinary computer. But with the Wizzard, it's not only possible, it's easy. Just watch and see what I mean. You'll also be able to act as a home teacher for young children and make learning into a game. You'll be able to buy ready-to-run programs or make your own and end up with things like this.